Greetings, everybody. This is Serpentine451, and welcome back to another rousing episode of Weeb Warriors. And joining me, as always, is my good friend Jordan. How you doing tonight, Jordan?
Get in there, Tony. How about you?
Living life, Jordan. Living life. Anyway, let's actually get to some of our remaining shows for this week here. Starting with Nekopara. This is episode 12, which is essentially a beach episode focused on the cat girls after they had their examinations. And since they did so well, Shigure and Kasho take the cat girls to the beach. But first, they had to buy swimsuits, new ones for Cinnamon, because she went up a size in the bust line. And
Sorry, aren't children in Nekopara? Am I missing something?
nope, these are cat girls, fam.
Adult cat girls?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Tony.
Yeah, a lot of these cat girls are adult cat girls. I will tell you this. And the one child character is just a child character that is a cat girl, yes. And they bought this.
Continue.
Well, they bought her a swimsuit of her own and got her a inflatable tuna that she can ride on because she wanted it. But while at the beach, they were all having a good time. Kakao, the kitten, decided to move too far into the ocean. At a loss of what to do, someone who was running a shop on the beach decided to swim out into the sea and save her. And the cat girls end up working at the shop so they can bolster up sales to help out the shop owners, which is essentially the focus of the episode. It's just very light, very nice, and Sayori, who does the art for the visual novels, did the ending card for this particular episode. Sayori's art is astounding. I love it. But overall, this series, even though it's just a part of a franchise that I enjoy personally, it's just a very wholesome show in its own way. It doesn't do anything extreme on different spectrums, but what it does is just make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. And that makes me happy, because I need a bit of happiness dealing with a whole lot of nonsense in the world.
That's fair. That's fair, Tony.
I mean, who doesn't? I'm sure you try to find anime to enjoy that is for the sake of entertainment and escapism.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I watch anime for different reasons at different times. I definitely watched Ascendance of a Bookworm, which I recommend for those who just want something lighthearted, because it's just fucking depressing being in this house and being in my apartment all day, every day. Wake up, same old shit.
Yeah, but I don't have that luxury. I don't get to stay at home.
You're essential, Tony.
Yep, I'm essential. Anywho, let's actually get to the shows that we will review together. Let's actually do My Hero next. Right, and this particular episode is focused on... What's the title of the episode, Jordan?
Oh goodness, I wrote down the title of the next episode. It is a Japanese hero billboard chart, and it deals primarily with the transition out of the school festival arc and into what I would, I guess, call the Return of Nomu. I don't know yet. I don't actually know what the proper name of this arc is, but it does have to deal with the Nomus. The League of Villains is back at it again with that old fuck shit. And it's time for our boy Endeavor to step up officially as the number one hero.
Yep, and he has been ranked officially as number one. And everyone's still apprehensive about the whole situation with him being number one.
He's apprehensive, I think.
Yeah, he's still unsure of himself in that being number one, being All Might's replacement and whatnot. And this is the first time we are all introduced to Hawks in the anime specifically. He does make an appearance in the Heroes Rising movie, but this is the first time he gets his anime appearance. And Hawks really shows himself to be an arrogant shit at times.
Yeah, I'm not wholeheartedly convinced that Hawks isn't like straight up evil.
Well,
anytime you get up to that position and your argument is that you want to be, you want to stay low, I don't trust a damn word you just said to me.
Well, this is a guy who has primarily been raised by the Heroes Association.
That ain't a fucking, either he's a liar or he's a full ass villain.
I mean, with what he did in the most recent chapter, good God. Actually, shit got wild in the most recent chapter.
I don't know shit about that, Tony.
I'm just letting you know, shit will get real if they adapt it, which more than likely they will.
It definitely seems like My Hero is going to get out there and be one of the long-running shonen anime.
Mm-hmm. And
which I'm all for, honestly. It's been good. I hope that
well, if anything,
I would hope that. I'm trying to remember the name of the anime. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter?
Demon Slayer. There it is. I hope that Demon Slayer gets a season 2 and a season 3 at that.
Yeah, and apparently, that particular one's, because its manga's close to ending, and shit got sad for people. Yeah, shit is getting fucked up in our entertainment here. A lot of people are dead.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, a good portion of people that a lot of readers have enjoyed are at the ending for this ending arc for them. Yeah, people are dead. Just gone.
I mean, I guess it had to happen.
I mean, if your main character just bit the bullet.
Well, I mean, if the main character dies, then I've never seen an anime where the actual main character dies. Don't come in the comments talking about Tengen Toppa and Logon. Kamino was not the main character. Pay attention to the opening credits, people. But moving beyond that,
yeah.
I've never seen an anime where the main character bites the dust before the last episode, and the anime continue on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even what's that terrible anime that I've repressed its name into the back of my mind? Ooh, I want to say it has kill in it somehow. There's kill in the name. Anyway,
Premise?
Right
yeah. And well, everything will come in due time, but
Tommy got killed. There it is.
Oh yeah, that depressing fucking thing.
I hear it's a good manga. I hear it is a good manga, but I hear it was a terrible, terrible anime.
Oh God. Anyway, overall, this particular episode of My Hero, very solid, and I can't wait to see the high-end Nomu take on Endeavor and Hawks. That's going to be just fun. Well, let's move on to Inspector.
Inspector, she who defends order. Last episode of the honestly underrated series. Uh, we have finally slayed. We have finally slayed the big-tittied bunny ghost.
Yep, Steel Lady Nanase is now destroyed.
And we get to see a few things that I think are personally interesting. One is that Rika messages them congratulating them on their victory, but alerts them to the fact that she's going to be trying again. And we also learn what her motivation is, but a little bit later. Also, it is finally unabashedly confirmed for all of us, because honestly, I didn't know what the truth was up until this moment, that Kuro and Iwanaga are actually together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of evidence to support it, but the way that they act,
yeah, it's
I just couldn't.
the way that it's presented is very like, is she just really saying these things to just get a rise out of Saki here?
Honestly, I would not be that shocked if she was.
uh it was still hilarious. Oh my god. And everything between Saki and Kuro was actually very pleasant. They ended things. Well, the way they kind of talked things out was just very nice, and she got her closure from the whole situation with him.
Which is good, I think. Although, I mean, she definitely. I feel like, I don't know. Personally, I don't think that would have been my response. But I guess I can't blame her either.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least she. But if anything, Rika's motivation is the most interesting aspect that, personally for me, I'm curious to see if they were to ever continue the series for like another season. Because I really want to see what other weird shit that she actually wants to get into. Because trying to reverse a curse that was forced upon you by using said abilities to make yourself mortal is very interesting.
Honestly, I was just impressed throughout the whole thing, with how they dealt with the situations, and it just kind of kept me guessing, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole thing about Rika wanting to reverse what her family has done to her, I mean, that's a solid motivation to try to create monsters from imagination. But I can see.
I did not anticipate how important being able to make beings from the collective imagination of people would be to the like grand theme of the series, and how they tied it in with her being in the hospital so seamlessly. I was like, wow, there was a undercurrent of obvious logic here that I didn't even see.
Yeah. And I think that's what a mystery show should do. Should give you certain clues so it would help you as well as the characters within it solve the mystery and whatnot. And I mean, it was some obvious clues. I mean, we didn't know at that point in time, like before she was fully introduced, that Rika had the same abilities as Kuro did. You know? She could have been in the hospital for anything for all we knew. I mean, that woman
Yeah,
looked.
I mean, I was just wondering why she was in the hospital. Probably, after it was made aware that she had these powers.
Yeah, and then when you put two and two together, like, oh, she was basically used as a guinea pig. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, a self guinea pig.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if she wants to use these powers to actually make a god, I mean, good lord.
Facts. Big facts.
God. And now finally, the most insane show this season, but still very funny. Bofuri. Good God. Defense and Bonds. I remember the title of this episode.
Oh, okay then.
With this episode in particular, Jordan, I'm going to explain this to you the best way I can. Well, first thing, in episode 11, Maple Tree's going to get invaded by Payne's group. And there's going to be a cliffhanger about that whole deal. So,
Okay.
the start of the episode continues on from that. Where you think Maple's going to go down. But she doesn't, obviously. And her and Payne get into a major battle where she pulls out all the stuff she can to beat his ass. And guess what Maple pulls... guess what Maple pulls out to beat Payne and the rest of his crew?
This is a new power or an old one?
Old one.
Old power. Is it often?
It's atrocity.
I would also use atrocity to fight a motherfucker like that. What do you mean? I thought you were gonna say she used the fucking wolf thing to defeat him.
I mean, that would have been hilarious, but no, that wasn't the case. Yeah, she used atrocity to beat his ass, but since she can only use the power for one day, she decided, along with the rest of her guild, to basically take out the other guilds and not take their orbs. Effectively ending the fourth event on its second day. Second or third day.
Fun.
Oh, yeah. And the most wild thing about it, when all the mods were talking about the event, like, they trivialized this event. What the hell? We should nerf her. And then one motherfucker saying, nah, fam, if we nerf her, we would just be underselling our game because she's essentially our mascot now. Why the fuck would we want to do that? She's cute, and she's drawing people into the game. Alright, since we're not gonna nerf her, what the hell are we supposed to do then? Why don't we bet to see what she does next? I bet she's gonna eat her turtle. I bet that she's going to munch on a weapon. I bet this, that, and the other thing. They pull up an image of what she's doing, and she's in her wolf form, with Machine God inside, and the two hammer lollies are basically playing volleyball with her. And then the most funny, and like one of the funnier aspects of this particular episode, Jordan, is when the event is done and Maple Tree gets third place. Maple invited Payne's group and May's group to celebrate everyone's collective victory. And everyone's like, why the fuck are we here?
it would be like that.
But May and Payne are like, yeah, we're cool with Maple. We like her. Payne's like, I need to get stronger so I can beat the shit out of you. And May's like, well, we're not battling each other now, so we can be friends. It's cool. Because fucking May is hilarious. And since you're on episode 10, you'll definitely get to see what I'm talking about.
I'm sure.
Yeah, this bitch, she may be confident on the outside, but on the inside, she is a frail, delicate flower that criticizes herself all the damn time. It's just great. But regardless of that, that's it for Bofurry. One of the funnier shows this season, and one of the most. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for, Jordan?
Ridiculous? Over the top?
Those work. We will go with that.
Truly, though?
Like, and the best part about this, Jordan, I already told you this, so it's getting a season 2. So, at some point in time, it's going to return so we can see more of Maple's fuckery. Will you be ready for that, Jordan?
I'm always ready.
Alright. So this ends our reviews for winter 2020. Now that will lead us to what will become spring 2020. Jordan, before we actually recorded this episode, has made a list of shows we will definitely review and whatnot. Jordan, fire off the list.
The list is ReZero Season 2, Kaguya-sama Season 2, Tower of God, BNA, and No Gun Life.
Alright. All those shows will be on the review docket, and there are some shows that we will watch personally. Like, for me, it is... Let me find it. I actually have the manga, so... My Next Life as the Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Yep. Personally, one of my new favorite manga, and... Well, it's a light novel adaptation, but it also got its manga here. And it's personally one of my favorites. And wasn't there
You have to update me on what it is that you just said there, Tony. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Essentially, it's that one... It's gonna be that one anime I told you where the girl gets a Japanese girl gets reincarnated into the Otome game that she was playing, and she's reincarnated as the villainess of a couple routes. And if she were to have the female lead of that the Otome game actually go through those routes, she'll die. So she's doing everything in her power to not die.
Yes. Yes, I'm with you, Tony. I'm with you now. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the draw today.
It's alright. Sometimes we can all be a bit slow on the draw. And wasn't there a show that you were going to be checking out on your own, Jordan? Wasn't there something you were just going to check out on your own?
Yeah, Ascendance of Bookworm has a season 2.
Alright, so join us next week when we actually do all those shows. Well, when they pop up anyway. Because I'm sure we'll be reviewing the last episode or two of My Hero. And whatever show that ends up coming on before the 5th of April. Well, anyway, folks, we will catch you next week.